Miss Chidimma has won Miss Universe Nigeria, and Nigerians are not impressed. Coming up.
Chidimma Adetshina, who faced backlash in South Africa due to her heritage, has been crowned Miss Universe Nigeria. She withdrew from the Miss South Africa pageant, citing safety concerns after a Home Affairs investigation found her mother may have committed fraud and identity theft when registering her birth. Adetshina reflected on her journey after scooping the title.
This crown is not just for beauty, but is a call for action, and that is unity. Thank you so much. This journey has been a tough journey for me, and I am so proud of myself, and I'm really grateful for all the love and the support. I just don't even know what to say. I think the excitement, the emotions are really everywhere right now, but I'm just like really grateful for both countries and Africa in general, because the love and support was not only coming from South Africa or Nigeria, it was coming from Ghana, literally every single way as well, and I'm so proud and I'm so happy. Like I said, this is something that I've always wanted, and I'm really glad that I have a second chance as well at achieving it.
Yeah. Miss Chidimma Adetshina has won Miss Universe Nigeria, but again, not without controversy, because Nigerians are not happy, they're not impressed at all. They think that this woman doesn't represent their culture. She doesn't represent them. Even the states that she was representing, the Taraba state she was representing, Nigerians wonder if she even know the culture from that state, and does she even speak Igbo? Check this out.
We saw this coming.
Nigerians, it's just a shame that people gave your Miss Universe to Chidimma. Chidimma that does not know whether he is a South African or a Nigerian. That does not speak. Can you people tell me which dialect is Chidimma speaking? Can she speak Igbo? You people carry your Miss Universe and gave it to Chidimma just because I don't know whether it's because South Africa was contesting with you people or on that or what. You people should give who is befitting. Hey, where did Chidimma do auditions to represent Taraba? Very soon people will be saying Tinubu has stolen an election. Look at the little one that they have given you people to manage. Look at how you people have messed it up. Yeah. I'm not saying that Chidimma is not supposed to win or is supposed to win, but from every indication it's showing that there was something, there is something that is not straight. Yes. How can you just invite somebody, a person just come and represent the state? Normally, before you are selected for the state, there was supposed to be the interstate selection before you can represent the state. That is how other contestants did. But Chidimma just came from South Africa, flew into Nigeria, represented Taraba state, and now she's winning. I don't understand. Is this how this thing is supposed to be? This is not how it's supposed to be. Yeah, this is the pageant is just showing that there was a lot of fraudulent activities that were going on in the pageant. This is not what it was Nigeria is supposed to be representing. Yeah, there were other contestants. So why select her and why? Because from every indication, it's not by vote, it's by selection. People just selected her because she has all the fame or she has whatever you were considering and just put her there. It's not because she deserves it. For me, that's my opinion.
Now, yesterday night, Chidimma Adetshina was announced the winner of Miss Universe Nigeria. I don't know how to explain it, but it just doesn't sit right with me that somebody can get a free road to get into a competition and then win it. Just doesn't make sense. Somebody who has not been in the country, according to Game Mario Bruce, since she was 3 years old. Somebody who probably doesn't speak any of our languages. Does she speak Igbo? I'm not so sure. But if she does, kudos. If she doesn't, then she doesn't speak any language in the country. She has never been in the country for a good 21 years of her life. And you just come in and, take take the crown from all the other beautiful women. Are we saying that the beautiful women in Nigeria are abroad now? Because I don't think so. I see a lot of beautiful women every day. So I think there are a lot of beautiful women with brains also living in the country who have probably been in the country, have been in the country all their whole life. I also feel like there's a segment of all this that points down to the people that want to like have a jab at South Africa and be like, oh, the person you guys rejected has now become the chief cornerstone of Nigeria, something like that. Because there is definitely no way, yeah, anyone in their right senses can just say that she won the competition without any form of bias, whether intentionally being, accredited to her or in her favor, or unintentionally, because there's some sort of bias that it's not like you are intentionally like, oh, I want this girl to win because of this, but because you've been contaminated with the story, you know where she's coming from. It now sort of like affects your decision making process. You understand?
In a way, I agree with Nigerians, guys. I don't know what to think, but I agree with Nigerians. We will remember that Chidimma spends most of her time here in South Africa, obviously fraudulently so, under fraudulent identity. But she spent more time here with us here in South Africa compared to Nigeria. Obviously, she doesn't speak their languages. She doesn't understand their culture, and all that. I agree with that. But again, another thing that I agree with is, remember, the issue of Chidimma becomes unfair to other contestants who've been there from the beginning of the pageant, then who went through all the auditions and went through everything, all the proceedings. Then right at the advanced stage, then came Chidimma, and she was just slotted into the pageant now in an advanced stage. Now that now disadvantages the rest of the uh, contestants who've been there from the beginning. I think that's unfair, guys. I think that's unfair. No, I think that's unfair.
Say that, but I'm going to say it again. She should not have contested this year.
Okay.
And I will give my reason. For goodness sake, there were girls that had prepared themselves, like steady preparation. A lot goes into it.
Yeah,
I recall you were on the show that day when
course.
we had this conversation.
The cost of
and you
hair,
guys,
makeup,
exactly, you
clothing.
listed everything, the efforts that go into it, workouts, trying to walk right, everything. And then somebody is brought in. I don't care if it's for publicity for the show. I don't care if it's for anything. Giving her that slot, it was obvious from that moment that she would win. For two reasons. Number one, she had an edge.
Okay.
Popularity edge. And number two, she also had an edge. The way they prepare for the pageants in South Africa is different from Nigeria. And of course, she would have some tips and tricks that the girls here don't have. Now, you might say they could learn from her. I give it to her for that. They could learn from her, yes. However, why couldn't she wait to teach the ones coming next year?
Personally, I wish her all the best. I have no animosity towards, Chidimma Adetshina. I just want, when it comes to competitions, when it comes to reality shows, when it comes to things like this, I want it to be fair on all. If I'm going to be entering into a competition, I'm going to be auditioning, I want to know that I didn't make the cut because you feel like I'm not up to standard. And that's absolutely fine. It's my job to go and work better on myself and try again next year. But don't give someone a phone call and give them, a jet to come over into the country and ride into the competition and then win the competition. Why did I buy form to compete in the first place?
And she was just handed or given a state, that Taraba state that she was representing. My question is, that Taraba state that she was representing, that Chidimma was representing, didn't it have a beauty queen that represented that state before Chidimma came to picture? Who was the contestant or the beauty queen from Taraba state before Chidimma came? You see, now that's why the society in Nigeria, especially from the very same state, they are fighting, saying, no, she doesn't represent us. We don't know her. She doesn't know us. She doesn't know our culture. What will she say, even if she's been asked to say something about her state that she's representing and about our state as Nigerians? Guys, no, man, come on. No, guys, no. This is just dirty, eh? This is just so unfair, and it's very, very dirty if you take a look at it.
And this is the second thing about our national identity. We are a country where we do the wrong thing and we call it grace.
Wow.
You go into a bank, there's a queue before you, you find a way and then you are in front, and then you go back and it's a testimony in church.
Wow.
Now that's the thing.
Which crown was it she was supposed to collect?
Grace is not an identity in how to run a place.
Wow.
You cannot run a place. We've been running it on grace and look at where we are. On grace and protocols broken for my sake. I'm just saying.
I'm a South African, guys. I think you can, you can obviously see. I didn't have a problem with Chidimma from the word go. I think I'm representing a lot of other South Africans here. We didn't have a problem with her as such until there was some sort of identity theft that was discovered. Okay, that's where personally I started having a problem, because obviously now that is illegal. Okay, we don't have a problem with her personally because we don't know her. She's just a beautiful girl. But once the law start to be broken now and start cutting corners, then we had a problem. Just like the Nigerians are complaining because they can see that now as she's representing them, they can see that this thing is dirty. There were a lot of cutting of corners and things were not done legitimately, you see. So I don't have a problem again when, as I say, if she represents Nigeria. But if there are some corners that were cut, and of course, her winning at the expense of other Nigerian beauty queens or beauty contestants, then there's a problem. Then there's a problem. Once it starts to be illegal, cutting off corners and money exchanging hands, pushing the agenda that let's make her win so that we can make South Africa feel it. We rub it on South Africa's face. Then I have a problem. Then I have a problem with that. I believe that's why I'm siding with a whole lot of Nigerians out there who are not happy with her. And again, I agree. It's not that they don't like her, no. But the question is, was everything done legitimately? Does she really represent us as Nigerians? Does she even speak our Igbo language? Which is the same way we felt when she was with us here.
I am making this video regarding Chidimma winning the crown. My God, Nigerians, we can do better. I promise you. Whatever it is that is not allowed in the rest of the world, it is totally fine in Nigeria. We have come to normalize all of these bad behaviors, and that's why you see people will always say, okay, we are bad people. I mean the rest of the world. I said what I said. I am not sorry for what I am about to say. Remove emotions, remove sentiments. A person was contesting for a pageant. They did background check, because when you are contesting for a pageant, you want to represent people. They see more than beauty. It's not about fine face, fine body, fine shape. They see more than beauty. What can you offer from the inside? They ran background check and they found out that, there were some illegal things her parents could be involved with. Now, as a country, they didn't want her to represent them, because representing them will put them in the bad light. Because of her background check, they rejected her. Nigerians said, come, we welcome people with, dirty background and whatnot. Nigerians welcomed her with open arms. No background check, no nothing was done. No nothing was done. They said, come, we will take you in. At the end of the day, she won. How come we failed our girls? the rest of the contestants that have been in the game for approximately 2 months, practicing, working hard. They bought form. You don't even know where they got money from to buy form. Some of them struggled so hard to get that form. They put in the work, the effort. But immediately we put Chidimma on the line, we water down their efforts, everything they have worked hard for over, let's say, 6 months, 3 months. Everything went down the drain just to favor somebody that was rejected in South Africa because of her background. Chidimma winning that crown was very, very much partial. It was not fair. It is not a fair win because she has upper hand. She has many advantage. She was very much, popular because of what happened in South Africa. So many things that are not accepted in the rest of the world, we accept it in Nigeria. Now, this could be the problem. We have downgraded the rest of the contestants' efforts, work, and whatever it is that they put in. We brought in Chidimma. As predicted, she eventually won. You might be doing it because you want to spite South Africa. She's not supposed to be in the competition in the first place.
So please, let me just speak. Please, I beg you. Oh, yeah. I just want to say something. Speak. Let's be realistic. I love how we celebrate people that are successful. I love how we go on and on about how, people are, people got this for due to grace or whatever the case may be. However, let's be honest. Let's be realistic. Let's think of others involved. I heard that the other girls willingly allowed it, in quotes. However, you can smile to the camera, but then what's in their hearts? Are there certain things they've promised them that we do not know about? Maybe if those things come to light, we can then, say, okay, fine, at least they got something out of it. However, this wasn't to their favor from the beginning, and that's the problem. After all the efforts, it seemed like
the odds were skewed against the rest.
The odds were skewed. Okay. It was skewed.
Seemed that way.
So it wasn't a fair platform at all.
But again, let me just play a devil's advocate here, especially to my brothers and sisters from Nigeria. When we South Africans were raising certain issues of legitimacy of Chidimma entering our Miss South Africa beauty pageant, you guys attacked us. You guys called us xenophobic. Yet we were just saying we don't have anything against her. We don't hate her, but we are checking her legitimacy. Is she legitimately supposed to be joining Miss South Africa beauty pageant? We were not hating on her per se, but you attacked us. But now that she is with you now, representing you now in Nigeria, now you guys now are singing a different tune. You are doing the very same thing that you are accusing us for. I feel that was very unfair from you Nigerians. I think it was very unfair, you guys. Because we understand, at least some of us in South Africa, we understand your plea. We understand your complaint. It's legitimate. You are checking, but this person does not know us. You are not happy about that. We understand that. But when we were doing the same thing, like to say, check whether she is legitimately South African or not, then you guys started calling us xenophobic. I'm not happy of that because you guys now, you sound like hypocrites. Like you are hypocrites to me. That sounds very hypocrite. But in overall, I understand your cry. It makes sense. I understand that very, very, very well. It makes sense. I don't know whether now do I have to call you xenophobic because you guys now you are not happy with her. You see? What do you think? Let me hear your comment below, and if it's your first time in this channel, don't forget to subscribe.